Says we're now broadcasting, boys. We're live in Rabbit Town. There we go. All right. Oh, I get rewards too. I should. I hear Bug talking in the background while I'm doing my stuff, man. It'll be distracting. Is that you watching, Cole? Heck yeah. All right, let's see what Western Michigan got before we get humming. Got a quarterback who's decent. 2 solid running backs. Not good. A good receiver. Definitely not good. 2 tight ends that can make some plays. Oh, man, I really should have been Western Michigan running the offense I run. That center's good. They got a good guard, good tackle. No, we're good. That defense isn't very good. Defense is not good. All right, I'm about to play my game, Tristan. You don't want to watch?
Oh, really?
Well, you better get ready for this football right here. Because this is going to be some football for you, football for the ages. While we're sitting here waiting for this thing to load in, I'd like to shout out my boys from East Hall, the Vikings. Playing in the Lanier Lane Championship after beating Gainesville last night.
The Akron Zips taking on the Western Michigan Broncos.
In overtime.
College football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth.
Hopefully they get a dub tonight.
Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started.
So, won the toss. Always love that. Hate being on the road. Got to knock this out before we play, or before Texas plays Clemson. Starting at the 15, we love that.
So Western Michigan's return team didn't help matters out.
What you saying?
This has an old school feel to it as this running back makes
Let's see
his way
here.
onto the field and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on
Not
him.
like this first.
The old school, because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention. But this guy's so
Somebody on my
good.
team hurt?
He is
What do
the
we do?
focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big.
Yeah, that jump was sick.
Moving the sticks for a first down.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
We got some pressure. We didn't.
And he's a real
Didn't get a sack.
nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking?
All right, they're empty. We're going to come back to the nickel and do what we do.
They got nothing.
I don't know
on the
why
last
he's
play. It's
playing.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Wolf.
In.
He's got his man.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver. Just understanding I got
just
to
give
win
him
right
a
now.
tip.
I got to get inside of that
Did
guy.
that.
And I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field.
3rd and
slam,
2.
you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air.
Okay.
Placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. That receiver, he does such
Getting
a nice
killed
job
with
the
comeback routes right now.
patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put
Yeah,
a lot
dude,
of
they're
balls
killing me
on
with
the
comeback
ground.
routes.
Nice job there picking up the first down.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest
Can you mix
completions
up
ever for
defense a little
I bet
bit?
you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American if I were allowed to push.
I'm not going to love this call, but we're going to do what we got to
It is so
do.
hard
Should I
to
do
defend.
that
It's
instead?
so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves
I'm
him
going
with
to
a
do
3rd
this,
and
although I
6.
don't like this guy.
From the gun, wants to pass. Fires
Yes, sir.
and picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return.
That's what we needed. That's what the doctor ordered.
And they've got it at the 35.
Well, statistically,
What
this
the doctor
defense is
ordered.
not one
Cole,
of the
text him
better
that group
units
message.
against the pass. They're trying to change that.
Let 'em know we're
They
live in
did a
Rabbit
great
Town.
job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing
It's
it out of
Saturday
there for a
afternoon.
big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Needed that pick because they were doing a job on us, marching it down the field.
So Akron's offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for
Let's
this
see how
one,
they
what are you
play
looking
us.
for, Jesse,
Yep.
for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Yeah.
Looking to throw, it's Bullock. On target. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field.
You gotta find ways
Just
to
can't stay
throw
with
the ball a little
because
more,
of
I
his
feel like,
speed.
in this
As a
game.
result, they give up a big one.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might
And
want
we are
bring
going
out
to do
the
that
sticks
better.
and measure.
We're going to mix up our what's it
Just short of
called,
the first down.
a little more in this
Now
game.
on second
Try and
down.
throw the ball down the field a little more. And get our stuff right. For play style and such.
Caught in the backfield. It's Golden. And the Zips get enough to move the chains.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're
That
gonna
is
see this
what we're
receiver
gonna
line
do.
up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know
Good block.
he's a big part of this offense's success.
He showed it
Good
all there.
run.
A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
We're going.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy
Keep it
going
moving.
early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on.
Come on.
That's a really
Run him
good
the football.
omen for this offense, considering his success now early. Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push.
It's
they
so
got
deep,
up
maybe we can
front,
make a play real
getting a
quick.
hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. If you're starting like that, now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Grabbed behind the line.
Yes,
It's
sir.
Golden. And he'll
That's what we
haul it
needed.
in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown.
How many minutes do we have before that thing kicks off?
Really nice job working the route and getting
I don't know.
himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
You're what? You like my backdrop? No? That's right.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 8.
Come on, Cole, wake up.
To bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
All right.
Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. That last drive was...
What are they doing? They booing Dabo?
You just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mountains.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in.
Mine said Walmart's, I think. Add an S to everything like that.
Dropping back, it's Wolf. He's taking the shot. Snags it on the right.
What are we doing on defense? Good, not a lick. Holy smokes.
And they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play,
I don't know what we were doing.
You have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Bad.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really
I'd
nice
love
job
to see
separation for his QB.
how that guy got wide open down the field.
Power ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown.
And 40 might as well not be on the field, dude. Like, you got to be able to
And what a push
at
up
least
front by
attempt
this
to
offensive line. Everyone playing in unison.
right back down the field on us. Good news, get more opportunities for passing. We need passing yards more than we need to do anything defensively. Because we don't care about giving up yardage. So it is what it is.
On to attempt the try.
So, yeah. And we're still in a good spot as well because we get the ball to start the next half. So if we're tighter ahead,
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Rice is having its way offensively, just marching up and down the field at a breathtaking pace. They're up 14 over UTSA. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
And you got me searing for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this.
Why are we
Their
jumping?
defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
No, let's hit the late game.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag.
Is that shocking or what?
First down.
No.
Looking downfield, it's Bullock.
Oh, I had X. Try to get him the ball. This drive's already went to crap.
How about the defense getting home?
Oh, this is terrible. He was open, and I couldn't get him the ball, man.
Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Okay, interesting.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked
We're going to go back with 5 wide again. We're going to throw it. And I think what they did right there, it looked like they brought everybody pretty much to the line of scrimmage. If they do that again, then I'll probably go back to that verse play. If they don't, then we will stay with the trail shake.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break.
We're going to stay with the trail shake, and we got X.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
We love that. That worked.
Come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Let's get him on the slant, and then I'm going to let Wisner read what he's got to do.
Comes out throwing on first down. Blasted as
Oh,
he
we
lets
got
it
hit.
go.
I think we could have got
And
that,
he
though.
was hit just as he was releasing the
We're going to
pass.
try and not put ourselves in a tough position.
It's hard throwing in the pocket.
Third down if we can help it.
300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit hit you that time. The pressure got to him, and it forced.
Oh, 53, you got to come off your block sooner, or you
want those big plays. You want those splash
good with
plays,
helping.
but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but
You can't.
if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it.
You can't.
Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Adams. And how
Yeah,
about that catch
one thing that I
and
do
run?
believe
So
firmly is we
dangerous,
have to
this
get
guy.
Evans
You
more
got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because
offensively.
it gives the receiver time to work all the way
Or
across
not
the
Evans,
field
gosh.
on the drag
Adams.
against zone coverage.
More involved
Quarterback gets it
offensively.
to him, he's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Fires to the tight end.
because and Wisner's playing great today, but we have to get him more involved because he is one of our better players, and we've done a terrible job of feeding him the ball. So,
Scanning the field, it's Bullock. The pocket starts to collapse. Got his man in the middle. And the Zips will hustle to the line.
I really wish that I could get to that trail shake right here, but it's okay. We will make this work.
A little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Makes the grab, it's Adams.
Get in the end zone, yes, sir.
Cruises his way to the
And
house. Touchdown, Akron.
I may try and mix in a lot more 5 wide and keep working a handful of plays because I do want to get passing yards throughout this, and I think we got the players that can do it. And I want to mix up looks on the computer because they hate my playing style. The recruits do, and some of the guys on the team, and maybe to an extent rightfully so. Like Adams is one of the best players we got on the team. We ain't getting him the ball. In Golden Zone, he ain't getting it at receiver. So
Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. After standing on the
but
sideline and watching that long touchdown
let's see if we can get another stop out here and
put something together to give their
get after it.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go deep.
Where are the
get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition
Where?
of complementary football. It's a two-pronged
I can't find them in.
You've got to score points and answer.
Even in the
You've
recall.
also got to take your
40s
time and give your
took a
defense an opportunity
weird
to
angle
get
and
their
just turned and sprinted straight down the field towards the end zone.
Looking to move it through the air. And he drops it just
Way to
took
come
his
up.
eye off of it and
Way to
left
come
it.
up.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
And now on second down for this
See
offense.
if we can
Motion
get
trying
after
to get
him a
the
little bit
defense to
again.
show his hand. Quick pass on the jet motion.
Okay.
Looking for room at the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this
That was
offense
not
going
it at
for the
all.
first down.
Giving up a run like that.
Be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. Get some speed outside.
Not at
All
all.
you got to do is secure that edge.
happy
You're
about
just trying
that.
to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
I'm a believer, man.
Hand off from the shotgun. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Looking to pass. It's Wolf. He's got the tight end. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. They can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Shakes off the defender.
I don't know if we're going to be able to find a way, and I think that's a terrible spot, but I don't know if we're going to be able to find a way to
Work on this drive, right? You've seen him
Let's-
tote the rock
let's do
with
this.
success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game too.
I don't know if we're going to be able to find a way to do what we need to do to slow down this offense.
Second down
And
here,
that's
and maybe
concerning,
they've got
for
time
sure.
to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Quick strike complete.
And they are breaking every tackle that we try
We
to
have
do right
ourselves a
now,
ball game, and they have a chance
which
to
may be
win.
partially my fault because I feel like I'm trying to big hit
They're in
it
the
out.
red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20.
But it's still crazy.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Looking left.
And they're killing me with those.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain. And
I don't
there
think
is
so.
business, first and goal.
Listen, the comeback route is one of the more difficult routes to throw in college football. You see
we need to stop big time.
Nice job by the receiver.
But I'm almost at the point where we just need to score before the half. And
catching the ball. Nice pitch, nice catch.
And he will score. Touchdown, Western
what did we do right there? We just over pursued this 40 maybe when we stood them up. I mean, there's no reason for that. We'll come back, try and score before the half. This is big. Score before the half, and then score to start the half, and try and go up 14. Yeah, dude, they've broken a lot of tackles. I'd love to see how many tackles they've broken over the course of it, Broma, because, I mean,
getting set for the point after.
everyone has broken a lot of tackles.
Right down the middle.
You gonna join my Twitch, Tristan? My live stream? Well, you should.
Take the return and try to improve the field position. He only needs a sliver.
I messed that up. I swung it a little too far out, a little too hard of a cut. If I'd have been smooth with it, we might have been able to get to the edge like we did last week. I don't know. We might not have been able to, but I think that I messed that up. Let's see if we can.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like
they blitzed us so hard.
Yeah, and I like teams that are aggressive. When offenses go empty and spread you out, you only got so many guys to protect your
straight through that gap. If they're going to keep this,
and hammers the quarterback and gets the sack.
With the catch, it's Adams. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way.
We're able to do what we need to do right there. So that was big first down. Needed that after giving up a sack, which that's not good for the what's it called, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Go for that again.
The Zips come to the line with a new set of downs. To throw, it's Bullock. Quickly to the tight end. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge game down the field, but it's always
that's the backup tight end. I was wondering why he called it so weird like that and why we didn't go score. I think if that would have been the regular tight end, we'd have been fine, which is so weird why our tight end wasn't on. Right there.
Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
I got our tight end killed right there.
Second down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
What do we
And
have?
the defense stopped them again on
I'm counting
second and goal.
3, and they put Golden. Like Golden's not on the field, so we'll see if we can run it. I should have done a little bit better right there, the way that I did that. Why is Golden not on the field? I think this time we gotta try and throw it.
Just dialing it up right now.
Even if we get a field goal right here, that's what we gotta do. So, yeah, hospital ball for real, dude. I'm gonna have his brother tweeting at me like Chris Olave's brother with Derek Carr. All right, we can't give up a kick return before the half, and we're in a good position because, like I said, we get the ball to start the next half. So I don't know what happened to Golden right there. That's normally the spot he's in to get that touchdown. This camera angle is amazing on this replay. So y'all will get to see what really happened right there. And, yeah, like I said, don't know what Golden was doing because I don't mind giving him the ball, obviously, for some touchdowns. But I don't mind if other people score as well. I'm just not sure why he didn't make it out there. But yeah, like I said, see if we can not give up a return right here before half. Get the ball to start the next one, trying to go 14. Do that.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a crease. It's
See if we can
really nice
give him a
job
little
to
bit of
squirt
space.
his
If
way
they
up to
want to
the
do that,
31-yard line.
whatever.
We've got a
You
timeout
want
in
to
the
throw
waiting
Hail Mary,
second
throw
of the
Hail
half.
Mary, I don't
Maybe a
care.
chance to get off a couple more
But we just
plays.
can't be crazy.
One more snap coming before halftime. Back to pass, it's Wolf. Just a short pass to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
We made an open field tackle there, you know, when we had 30 people behind him. But we won't make an open field tackle the rest of the time. Both quarterbacks lined it up in the first half. Both got about almost 200 yards apiece with barely any incompletion. So we did get that big pick early. And I think that's pretty much been the difference in the game because neither defenses look like they're even, I don't know what that was right there. Neither defense looked like they had a clue how to stop somebody. Yeah, Broma, that game's fresh on the mind for sure, trying to make sure that we close this out because we know obviously they're a scrappy bunch and we don't want that to happen to us. So we'll see what we can do and try and get right in this conference and get a winning record after a 1-1 start, I believe, in conference, and get ourselves to a winning record on the season because I believe we're 3-3 on the season, and we are 1-1 in conference. So we're going to try and tighten that up, get where we need to be.
That has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
I need another play out of that, and I want something that goes right. I didn't see it right there, but I'm gonna find something that'll give us a little more. Let's see if we can.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Just working.
I got to do a better job. One told me not to hit R2 as much, but still do it too much because it lets those guys follow the blocks. So we're gonna stop doing that until we get to the hole. I'm gonna Le'Veon Bell this thing, patient. Then we're gonna.
But you know what else will be positive, Paul?
Right.
Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
We'll go back to it, see what we can do.
Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4.
And to give me a try, so something to work with. And you just run you.
Wants to throw. It's Bullock.
I forgot circles. Same route, so we'll adjust circle as we need to as well. I'm glad he completed 100 passes on the season on an incomplete pass. So that's always incredible. I love when we are able to complete that pass right there and do what we got to do on the season. So always nice. Yeah. And then we will go back to the offense. Okay, he got a decent animation and got loose right there. I love that. And I do want to go back to that corner route. I don't know why, but for some reason I feel like that corner route is it. We're not going to do that corner route now. We're going to go to verticals because you got that man right there in between the line in that gap, and so we're going to throw it where he ain't.
To the air on 1st down.
We'll throw it out front because they ain't athletic enough to run with our guy.
That is exactly what you're looking for.
He backed up. That's fine. We're going to take what they give.
Finally able to make the stop.
Clemson touchdown. Clemson's up. That's pretty impressive. I mean,
how about putting the ball right on his numbers, not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum, right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards.
A little shocking, but yeah, I bet.
It took 7 minutes off the clock.
7-minute drive for Clemson. Golly. That's crazy.
And the Zips have it with a 1st and 10.
That's crazy.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Quarterback floating
Block.
They'll force him out
I wish there was a way
of
for me to
bounds
point and tell him, hey,
after
hey, hey.
play.
That's a pretty good job by this defense, man. It's
but
so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the
we're good with that. Clemson going to shock Texas. I mean, I kind of hope they do.
I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to
Just because
Touchdown, Akron.
it's a big touchdown for us, get us up 2 scores. Just because if Clemson beats Texas, then hopefully Georgia will have, or obviously Georgia will have no worries of seeing Texas a third time. I want no part of that. I have to beat them 3 times. I'd rather play Clemson and try and beat them a second time. But I think no matter what, it ain't going to matter, and we're going to get Oregon either way if we keep winning. And that's the big if we keep winning.
They'll
So,
try to add
we'll
another
see.
to their lead.
But
And the extra point will tack another one onto this
big
lead.
drive right there, big
Let's go to the
score.
studio now and
Able to
check
do
in with
what we
Kevin
do.
Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on
And
what
this
else
is going to be a
happening
terrible
in
kick,
college
probably,
football
but
this
it
weekend.
is what it is. It went more in the middle than I would have expected. It's not as well struck as I'd have
But
liked.
how many times have
But
we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This
They're
time
breaking
of
every
year,
tackle, but
you just
at least we
never
had
know.
someone there because I
It's
thought
a
we might get it on
touchdown
the side.
game. They're trailing
Busted
by
open.
7 to San Jose State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Gets it out fast. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
We're just not
He is
ever
going
making
nowhere.
plays in the
Stop
backfield.
at the line of scrimmage.
So
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it.
linebackers
And they try to run
making
inside,
plays
and
and
there is
everything. Yeah, it's,
nowhere to go.
I don't know if I should go
That back
man on
absolutely
that. I don't know
nowhere to
how.
run the football. Actually, is he
I
counting?
think we'll
he's
go
counting
two. I
to
don't
make
know
sure
how.
there's only
We got the
11
pig
guys
the other
on
time,
defense.
man. Hopefully it
Every
confuses
journey
them.
begins with a
Hopefully
step.
they don't
This
run
offense
that
needs to
route.
step
Beat
into
us
a
again.
third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They've got it inside the 40 and the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first protection.
40's making plays.
What I do.
That's
a lot of teams that are really good are really stuck.
If he wasn't making plays in the run game, then they just run it right
So this offense is going to continue.
because there are no plays that we're making any plays.
From the
Bro, man, am I
shotgun,
mumbling?
handoff to the back. Couldn't really get started there.
You're
Pick
still
up a
here?
1 to the 35. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. To
Maybe
the
get
air,
a
it's
stop
Wolf.
here.
He's right on
3rd and
target.
5, and of course no
And
stops. I
he's
think that's a
knocked
half
down
play
immediately,
play.
but not before he moved to the chain.
But it is what it
Really
is.
nice
We're
job
going
there by the quarterback,
we can figure it out.
understanding
We can
that
keep
it's
working
zone
and
coverage
figure it
on
out.
third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft
And if
spot.
they take,
get the
you
ball
know,
out of your
30
hands
plays
quickly, make an accurate
score.
throw.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Broncos. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. Great example of how a second half can really
Yeah,
change
put it back on the
everything.
offense.
No doubt. First half.
So interesting every time the computer says it's time to go for 2. I appreciate you, Brenda.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the
Anytime my
2-point try.
computer says it, hey, we're going for 2, because it's so
He's
weird.
looking to throw. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. They
What we're
march
doing right there,
79 yards
but
on the drive. They cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards
they
out.
decide to go for 2, and I hate that we go that way, because then we can make them go for 2 to try and tie it. Now they can kick an extra point
On
and
the
win it
run
and
from
take that.
inside
So
zone 5. He was
that's a
looking
lane
for
team.
more
Just can't
running
get through
room,
that.
but none to be found as he stopped
But-
at the 23.
Man, the computer, you know, it tells you to go for 2 all the time whenever you're down 14, and I don't understand it, but I hate it because they got it. The book does not say that, and that's why I can't figure it out for the life of me.
I would expect him to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they put another touchdown.
Oh, how did he grab me like that and stop me? We're about to run for days.
Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down.
You got to shoot out right now. You got a game and you got a shootout.
And that'll be a first down. Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Yeah, he is.
Lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They're trying to get to it.
I had X and I was trying to wait for what's his name to clear. I ain't happy about that. We're gonna come back to it again. Look at it. I don't like this, and then we're going to see what they line up in the start of the next one. To do a better job. I need to rewatch that play, and I can't to see what I needed to do to adjust protection there. Because I don't think I gave myself much of a chance in blocking the right people. That's the people I need to block. So.
Dropping back, it's Bullock. And he was hit.
Any of the Russian four? Where's the pressure coming from? It's coming from the fact that our left tackle just got put on his back immediately.
On the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think. So O-line's got to step up.
I don't know if this play's going to be able to work, but they're going to try. They're going to try.
Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the defense is all over the quarterback.
They are getting after me right now.
Will punt it away on fourth down. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game.
Dude, we can't block.
He's got great speed. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground.
Yeah, every play I look, the left tackle's laying on his butt, and the end is in my face. No, it's right there. So, I don't know what to do about that. We're going to go pass the ball. That's what we're going to do about it. We just got to find a way to get us to stop right here.
You might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact
that that's the goal. I don't know if that's going to be what happened, but after we win Lanier, I'm going to roll Jeff Cooper's house, so I'm going to have to go get more.
On the run, it's Buckley. That's what
you tackle fish.
Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
The line ain't doing crap, man. Not on offense. I think our defense line is trying to play hard.
Stop on third down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass.
Yes, sir. We needed that pick. Linebackers are working. They were non-existent early in the game, and they have showed up now. And that's what we had to have. We had to have the linebackers come in and work. And now we're going to try and run the football. And hopefully not fumble the football. That's going to be key for us. Yes, very huge interception. Had to have that. The way this was starting to go. Did he have the running back wide open? I didn't even see. But we're glad he didn't find that guy.
He's right at 99 yards, and the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches.
22 is running the rock.
Great chance of winning football games.
Well, the defense didn't blitz.
And we need 22 to run the rock.
Took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push,
we
opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Oh yeah, 22. We switched 24 for 22. 22, I think, is a little bit bigger, a little more like my style. 22's a little more lightning to maybe the Thunder. And 22 seems like he's going to stay on campus with us, whereas 24 seems like he wants to leave. And if he wants to leave, we'll let him leave. I ain't going to force nobody to be where they don't want to be, obviously. But I mean, you were starting running back and you got 400 yards rushing in the season.
Right
So
here to make sure we win this one.
if they don't want to be here, then we don't want them. But I would love for them to want to be here. So
I think most
it is what it
offenses
is.
around the country in a situation like this with the lead
We'll
late,
feed the
would
people
try to
here.
run the football, right, or throw it
Here in
short
state.
to try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play
Had a
opportunities.
good little run right there.
It's so nice to have a guy that you
We
can
need
depend
to
on. Like this offense is built
make the
around
adjustment for the ball carrier.
Good
Make
running
sure
back.
we
You can see
don't
he's
fumble
more sound,
because a
doesn't dance,
field goal will
makes
put us up
positive yards,
9.
makes tackles. He's just a
I
really
love the
good
touchdown,
player,
Broma.
and that's why this offense runs through.
I don't know if I want to do that. Let's get him going that way. And let's get him going this way. And let's see
Looking for a man.
which
It's
one of
Bullock.
those guys
Now rolling to the left.
isn't going to do what they need to do.
Touchdown, Zip.
About ran out of bounds, tight roping that thing.
Trip to the house.
But they let us get outside for once. The left tackle blocks, so big block right there. Us able to get outside and get going. I mean, he did a good job of 15 right there. And I was going to throw it, and then I was like, let's see if we can get around it, and we made it. So
Spy the quarterback with somebody that's
big.
really fast. And
What
even
am
when
I
you do,
up?
a lot of
12?
times he still makes plays.
That put me
because
up
he's that
13?
dang
Is
fast
that
and
right?
that explosive.
it says, we'll come out here, and we'll see what they
They
show
want to
us.
see if they can score the deuce. It's complete on
Maybe
the
I
right
should go
side.
for
Into the end zone for the
That's
two-point
right, brother.
conversion as they
As an
extend
Ohio
the
school
lead.
myself, yes. Let's beat them all. Maybe I should go for 2 every time and just see if they're going to give me that, and then if not, take the penalty and kick it.
And he'll just
That'd be
take
an
me, and this
interesting
drive
way
will
to get
start
some
at the
points.
25.
So
Western Michigan has it back as they
I will
send the
certainly
offense onto the field.
think about that.
After throwing the pick on the last
Stay.
drive, need to
Let's see
take
if we
care
can
of
get
the
some
ball
sacks
this
here.
time,
Come on,
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? You're going to be a great player. You got to learn how to handle these mistakes.
10 yards maybe than I would want. Akron passing for
One play in this
230,
drive
rushing
and
for
already out to the
123.
41.
Hopefully
It's
that'll
first down.
satisfy the recruits a little more, but we got some catch up
He
to do.
wants
So
to throw. Fires to the big fella.
yeah, we got a pick. Yep. I am hoping though that I don't know what Buffalo was first on. I'd like to
Guys,
see,
this is
but
a great time to take a shot if you
Need to
want
see if
on
we can
second
get it.
and short.
stop here.
Those
There
two
we go.
failed to make the connection. It's
I
an
couldn't see
incomplete
it.
pass.
What do you do? Throw that
Sometimes you
entire
see great
defense?
shooters and they get on fire and they
Threw it
just
into the
can't miss.
offensive
And that's
line's
what this
head.
QB
That's
looks
what
like
he
the
did.
last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Back to throw. It's Wolf. Fires to the wideout.
Try to take control of 3 and shuffle them back
And they'll
over there.
finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
See if we can maybe get some pressure.
They'll throw it from the red zone. He wants it all.
Yes, sir. Good play,
And he
Cooper.
throws another interception, his third one of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on
Risky,
offense,
sure.
and
Whatever
run
you've been
that
blocking,
clock.
they'll probably sack us, and it won't matter.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're going to throw it to start the drive. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much.
Roughing the passer, that's big because we ran into each other.
A late hit moves the ball up 15 yards.
We ran
The
into each
defense in a
other
most
and
benevolent move,
stopped our own
giving
route.
the offense a new set of downs.
Cooper is making all the plays, dude.
They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end.
We'll snatch that. Good catch right there, big dog.
Big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back
got the sure
and
hands.
save as much time as possible. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10.
Hopefully, 87 will get some edge here.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense
Maybe I
wouldn't
waited
let
too
it
late to
loose,
hit
and
on
even
two.
though it's a
I don't know.
completion, they lost yardage. Quick timeout
See
called by the
replay if
defense,
they can
stopping
give
the
us
clock
the
to
toss.
save as much time as possible for their offense.
We will go back to
Last
bread
play
and
was
butter
a near
for a second.
disaster, now dealing with second and 13.
Go ahead and get in it.
Caught behind the line. It's Golden. Stopped after making the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Looking downfield, it's Bullock. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Another sack by this defense, but how about this QB? He continues.
If anybody saw that, but we had a blitz from the corner. I don't know what we did in the middle because we had that corner blitz right there. 15 looks like he might have just come off the edge. I'm
I
not
guess
real
they
sure.
believe the entire field is 4-down territory. A bit of an
But
odd
we had
choice,
that
but they'll go
corner
for it on
blitz.
4th and 12 miles.
And that's what
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. All by himself down the
that's
middle.
what did
And
that.
that's how you finish it off, scoring
Left
on the
square
final
wide
play
open
of
on the
game.
play
Doesn't
before.
affect the outcome, just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
If I didn't need the passing yards, I wouldn't have done it, but we need the passing yards, and so we're going to get that probably back next year. They're going to be mad at it, and I don't blame them. I'd be mad at it, but, you know, sometimes, though, you gotta do it for the recruits. We got to score some points. So, it is what it is. We're going to be a little more aggressive, I think, in those situations moving forward because the game does ridiculous things in recruiting, and I have to adjust to that. So, if it would have been a, what's it called? 305, first game, I think, where we threw for 300 yards, 5 touchdowns. Got to love that. Recruits hopefully got to love it. And we're going to do what we got to do, like I said, for the recruiting. That's we got to play the game. If it would have been a 7-point game, we probably wouldn't have ran a play. Thank you, Broma. If it would have been a 7-point game, we wouldn't have ran that play. But we're being a 14-point game. I mean, it is what it is. We got to do what we do and do what we do for the recruits. So, good offensive day, 420. Offense was blazing up out there. Ran for 115 yards. Passed for 305, did our jobs on 3rd downs, 4th downs. I think, heck, that might have been 4th down at the end of the game. So, I mean, there's a million reasons why a team should be upset at that. If we were doing it, we took the football away again, which is good. I just hate that we don't get any sacks. But to be able to come out here and put up 42 and do what we did, and like I said, try and pass the ball down the field a little bit, certainly big, certainly needed. So, level up. We love that. And, yeah, 300 yards did the job. 300 yards did the job and got us to where we needed to be. Hopefully for recruiting, if we can do that a little more consistently. And trying to get some of these guys to come in and trying to get some of these guys to stay, because that's going to be the big deal. Is not just, I mean, I don't know what, let's see if it'll let us see. I don't know what what we did with some of those other guys, but we had some disgruntled guys on the team. I think Alex Adams certainly had a good game. Yeah, tight end had 90. Adams had 89. He had 92 and 2 touchdowns, and Adams added a touchdown. So we had some people. I'd love to get him involved with this. But we have him and Golden. And Golden could have realistically had another touchdown that Campbell ended up having. It was his spot. He just, I guess, came in for a breather. But
According to the television,
we threw the ball and got some more people involved, and so hopefully that'll quiet down some of the people who hate the play style and are looking to potentially leave. Mainly Golden is one of them, and Wilson. So hopefully we can do what we do and get that stopped. And like I said, that was the only reason for us throwing it at the end of the game, get those passing yards, and maybe quiet some of that and doing it for recruiting. But next week we are on a bye, so that gets us done for this other than recruiting. We'll be on a bye next week. Then we play Eastern Michigan. Hopefully take care of business there and set us up for these 2 user games. And then our rival game. So for the Wagon Wheel. So big win, puts us back with a winning record. Needed that. Needed to take care of business. Still upset at the Ohio one. Not thrilled with the Troy one, but it is what it is. So we will we'll catch y'all on the next one, and appreciate you guys for watching. So thank you guys.